It was just 1 month ago when we first took a look at 5 of my favorite Overwatch Hero Concepts made by fans, and a lot of you really enjoyed that video, chiming in saying that yes, you agree, some of those heroes were unique and interesting enough to actually make it into the game. Well, I've got a pleasant surprise for you as I am back with 5, yet again, awesome hero concepts made by fans. Starting us out here at number 5, we have the Witch Doctor, who draws strength from the spirits as he commands a fetish army, terrifies his enemies, and is able to take control of their very minds. His primary weapon is the Poison Dart Gun, which shoots a poison dart that does damage over time. His first skill, Fetish Army, summons an army of 3 mechanical fetishes who will attack the nearest enemy, and the second skill, Horrify, summons a spirit that horrifies all enemies within 10 yards, causing them to tremor in fear for 5 seconds. And then finally, the ultimate, Hex, takes control of an enemy for 10 seconds, allowing you to use all abilities except for their ultimate. It all really fits the theme, and I like the concept art as well. Not my favorite in this list, which is why it's at number 5, but I still think it's a pretty cool hero. Moving on now to number 4, we have the not named, unknown, dual-bladed character seen in Overwatch concept art. So this isn't a new hero concept, but abilities attached to the design that Blizzard themselves have released. Starting things off with the primary attack, the Katana Sabers, a short-range melee weapon that also has an alternate attack performing a longer-reaching double jab. The first skill is Vortex Swipe, where he spins around, pulling enemies inward and dealing a damage over time while also applying a slow. Second skill, Abduct, grabs an enemy and jumps with them backwards. The passive Sidestep allows him to perform quick sidesteps, which also allows for wall jumping. And then finally, the ultimate is Sonic Slash. This functions quite different from current ultimates, as it's a long-range slash projectile that does medium damage but holds 3 charges, which leads me to believe that you could build this up 3 times and then use it at your discretion. You know, even though it's not a new character design, it's one that Blizzard had released in the past and still hasn't talked much about. I love the skill set that they came up with for this character. Next up at number 3, we have Naomi, a stealth assassin able to detect enemies through walls, distract with decoys, and deliver deadly attacks from the shadows. Naomi's primary is not listed, but from the concept art, it appears to be a short-range blade. The first skill, Decoy, blinks her forward, entering stealth for 5 seconds and leaving a decoy behind her. Second skill, Clear Sight, shows the heat signatures of her targets for 10 seconds, but that is only going to be visible to her. Her passive is Ambush. This deals fatal damage when attacking an enemy from behind, which again is why we're assuming that her basic attack is just this melee attack. She tries to go into stealth, get up behind you, and stab you right in the back. And then finally, we have her ultimate, Shroud of Shadows, which places a shroud area on the ground that grants stealth to her and her allies for 10 seconds. Coming in at number 2 is poor Tog Cold, a vial-tossing madman who does a little bit of everything: damage, healing, support, and even crowd control. His primary attack is him tossing out a vial that does damage over time. He also has an alternate version of that is a healing vial for your allies. His first skill is a speed modifying vial that boosts allies and slows enemies, so it's a dual functioning one. And his passive makes it so that whenever he takes damage, he leaves a poison cloud, dealing damage over time in his wake. And then finally, the ultimate for him has him throwing out multiple vials, confusing enemies, which basically messes with their character control. And then there was also some additional concepts for secondary skills that were thrown into this, including an explosive one that blasts an enemy away, a misdirecting one which changes their direction, and then a shielding one to reinforce and bolster allies. I really like the look of this character, and I love the idea of someone just tossing out all these different vials that do different things. Might be a little too Swiss Army knife man in terms of what he's capable of doing, a bit of everything, but the design is pretty cool. And then finally, in our number 1 spot, this might be my favorite hero concept that I've seen thus far. It is Rivet. Terrifyingly capable, this hero is able to shoot you from range, drill through walls, and blind you with smoke. Rivet's primary is the Light Pistol, a rapid firing weapon with no reload but an overheating mechanic. The first skill, Drill, has her dashing forward, cutting through walls, and knocking any enemies that she hits back. And then her secondary skill, Screwdriver, is a whirlwind attack that damages enemies, knocks them back, and then also resets the gun gun heat. And then finally, her ultimate smoke bomb creates a large smoke cloud that will block enemy vision. Rivet also has this alternate hero design done by the artist, which is more melee focused with these dual chainsaws, and I absolutely love that design as well. Frankly, either versions of Rivet I am absolutely enthralled with. This is by far, hands down, of this video and the last video, my favorite hero concept. I would love to play a character like Rivet here in Overwatch. And with that, my friends, we'll be wrapping up this second episode of the top 5 hero concepts made by fans. As always, links available below if you want to see the original work from any of these artists. Shout out to them. Great job. Very creative, very innovative. Some pretty awesome stuff. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me here today. As always, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I'll see you later.